Wij waren in de wereld gekomen als Wilbur. Die les aan het geven was aan een groep opstandige jongeren, namelijk 2.
Een mooie kamer heeft u.
Ja. Hij eet ook dat schrift op.
Ja.
Master Marcus and the Archmage were so busy rebuilding the city that no one had the opportunity to teach me anything about teaching.
Hij staat onbevoegd voor de klas. Dat is hoe het werkt.
I thought it might be useful. After all, there are children with magic wands on it. But unfortunately, it just seems to be a bunch of those tricks. Like that old one with Mr. Wupperman, the top hat and the rabbit.
Misschien zit er iets in.
Short white rope, pair of dice, playing cards, and a guide on how to lead people up the garden path. That's just not right. Real magic or none at all.
Oké. Wat hebben we hier nog meer? Een waterbak.
Fresh, cool water for my roommate. There's no way I'm taking the bowl with me. I mean, how am I supposed to put a bowl of water into my pocket without
Goeie
my
vraag.
robe soaking wet? It's not like I can just carry anything around.
Jawel hoor.
But I could use the bowl here in the room.
Hier, drink.
You want
Rabbit
some water, Friedelin? He seems to be hungry more than anything.
Oké.
The entire school building is a bit scary. No one knows exactly where it was the last 20 years. It disappeared overnight and then reappeared.
De muziek is ook harder dan de stem.
Ja. Magic in it, of course. The stove is always on, for example, and even though I've never put any wood in it.
Oké.
A magical
Kunnen we er ook nog wat
stove is
mee?
a fine thing in
Nee.
winter, but in the summer, this small room could quickly become sweltering.
Tasty pet food. Sprinkle food on the bed.
En dan?
Better not. Fridolin likes it soft and cuddly. I'd get an earful tomorrow if he had to sleep on pieces of kibble and crumbs.
The rabbit sheep.
Okay,
Ja.
we do it like this.
Hij is een rabbit
I'll
sheep.
give you some delicious pet food, and you give me my notebook back. Okay, buddy? All right, me first.
Een slim schaap.
Okay. Now give me my
Ja.
notebook, please. Hey.
Hij kan ook grommen.
Dat doen zowel konijnen als schapen niet, volgens mij.
It's so cozy that
Smaakt
Friedlin
niet.
is curled up in it. But that's okay. Friends share. And he lets me sleep at the foot end.
Oké.
The teddy is just, a keepsake and some moral support from home. Soft and
Aw.
cuddly moral support. Earlier, in a situation like this, I would have holed up in bed and hoped that everything would somehow take care of itself. But those days are gone. I'm a professor of magic,
Precies,
and I
we
have
moeten
to
onze
solve my
eigen
own
shit
problems.
oplossen. Hier ligt de
My
toverstok.
wand. The King of Thieves got it for me during my mage training. He and the other rats have been tirelessly helping to rebuild the city in recent months. They work closely with the Archmage, albeit mostly in secret.
Geef toverstok.
I still haven't figured out exactly how it works. Sometimes it performs the most amazing magic, sometimes it can't even perform the simplest of tasks. Archmage Alistair's promised to have a look at it sometime. Maybe it has a loose connection or something.
Nou, we nemen hem toch mee.
Mages use balls like this to communicate over long distances. Master Marcus explained it to me. You
Handig.
know how I can tame those unruly students.
We gaan hem
Kun je iets
bellen.
harder drinken nog.
So, what
Sorry.
was that number again? 64731?
Ah, moet ik echt bellen?
Ah! Oh, wrong number!
Oké.
Lekker hoor. We moeten zijn nummer weten.
Ja.
This is my contract, signed by the Archmage. I'm the first teacher in the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Ah,
At least
de eerste
first since the
docent.
school reappeared. At first I didn't want to accept.
Doe maar.
I know almost nothing about magic. But Master Alistair said there are very few mages left, and I had completed mage training faster than anyone else. I was the right person for the job. I wanted to help and learn more about magic, so I agreed. Hopefully that was the right decision. I wouldn't want to disappoint Master Alistair.
Nou, wat is hier in die pile of junk nog te vinden?
It looked like this before I ever moved in. Generations of teachers must have left their stuff here. I like it. The school has a history and when I have time, I'll rummage through it. A few of the crates and boxes are labelled. Hands off. Property of the half-blood prince.
Haha.
Schrödinger.
De lekker hoor.
Harry Potter referentie. Schrödinger's cat. Even kijken, wat hebben we hier nog meer om aan te klikken? Het bed, dat hadden we al gedaan.
It's pretty cold, but that's
Misschien als we de food in bed leggen, dat hij dan toch niet erin wil slapen.
better not.
Nee. Oké. Feel the heat.
Ow! That stone is definitely more than just warm.
Misschien moeten we daar het water... Transform Fridolin.
I've thought a few times about whether I should try to fully transform Friedlin into a sheep or back into a rabbit. But he seems to be quite happy the way he is, and I'm afraid that I might accidentally transform him into an elephant or a skunk or a dog.
Oké.
These are the aviator goggles that my granddad gave me before my first trip to Seastone. Well, pair of aviator goggles. The original pair was lost when Grandad fired me out of the cannon.
Hebben wij allemaal meegemaakt, hè?
That's when I found out Grandad has a whole box of these goggles. Every time he tries to persuade some idiot to do something stupid, he makes a rousing speech and then hands over his old aviator goggles. My whole family stayed in the White Ridge Mountains. Why would they even want to come to Seastone? This isn't their world. Little Sydney can walk now and reach everything that's on the workbenches. That tripled her invention output. Maggie doesn't build battle robots anymore since the war is over. Now she's experimenting with computing machines.
Computing machines.
So there's no future in it.
Niet goed.
Ja, ik...
It wasn't easy to tell them I'm not an engineer, but a major.
Volgens mij heb ik het meest wel aangeklikt
Mum
hier,
said
maar...
she'd always suspected it. This is Friedlin, my rabbit sheep. I had to cast the transformation spell during my mage training, and this is the result.
Ja.
I think we make a good team. A young mage and his rabbit sheep fighting side by side as a force for good. Unfortunately, Friedlin doesn't do much other than lay in bed and eat. I still have to convince him it's important.
Kan ik met dat water nog ergens anders naartoe? Behalve dat ding? Dat lijkt er niet op. Hij wil eten, hè?
Ja.
He seems to be hot. Okay, fine. One more time. I'll give you proper food, and you give me my... Ouch! Okay, fine. And now...
Ja, dat gaat hem niet worden.
You can't always just take it a friendship, you know?
Wij zijn niet de baas
I can't
over
remember
ons
Master Marx's number.
konijnschaap.
I had it
Klopt.
written in my notebook.
Ja, daarom moeten we dat notebook hebben.
Ja.
Okay, fine.
Oké, wij zijn ook niet slim genoeg om dit anders aan te
Ouch.
pakken.
Okay, fine. And now...
In dat geval... Ja, kunnen we weer terug de klas in. We kunnen niet terug de klas in.
Oeh.
Een ear trumpet is hier helemaal bovenop.
A beautiful golden ear trumpet. One of my predecessors must have laid it up there. A very tall predecessor.
Use the magic ball. Je kan het eten ook niet ergens anders neerleggen. Alleen sprinkle food on the bed, wat ik niet wil.
Ja.
En give him something to eat. Dat zijn mijn enige opties.
Sometimes my wand works. Fridolin might prefer green grass.
Oh, ik kan nog iets verder deze kant op lopen.
Aha.
Look at the
This
shoes.
has to be the oldest shoe I've ever seen. It's so old it's even lost its ability to stink.
Oké.
That's strange. There's paper in the bottom of the shoe.
Ah, dus vast een
Maybe the shoe
telefoonnummer.
has a hole and the paper
Yeah.
is supposed to protect the wearer from getting wet feet. It's a sheet from a book. It's folded in the middle and printed on both sides.
Misschien
That
wil
equals 4 pages.
uitruilen.
It wasn't torn
Yeah.
out. It looks more like the glue weakened and the sheet fell out. I'll just take it with me.
Even lezen.
A folded sheet from a book. A total of 4 pages were printed on it. I don't know what kind of book it is, but I should keep my eyes open for more pages.
Oh,
Ah,
oké.
we gaan hem gewoon weglokken met deze papieren.
I'm not sure Friedlin would prefer this paper to that in my pad. Besides, I might still need the book page for something.
Nou ja, we hebben nog de optie om terug te gaan naar de klas in. Dus dan doen we dat maar, denk
Ja.
ik.
Zo moet.
I don't know much about the history of magic. I wanted to read a book about it, but I couldn't find anything relevant in the whole school.
We kunnen niet terug naar binnen.
Oh. In dat geval... weet ik het niet.
Ik ook niet. Ik heb geklikt wat ik kan klikken, volgens mij.
Het schaap kun je alleen maar water en voer geven.
Ja. Wat hij
wil
niet
niet.
wil.
Het boek hebben.
En die magic ball kan ik niet gebruiken omdat ik
I
het
can't
nummer niet
remember
weet.
Master Marcus's number.
Dat staat in het schrift.
Earlier, in a situation like this, but don't... Maybe I can lure Friedlin away from my notepad.
Ja.
Ja, maar dit hadden we net ook al gedrukt.
Ja.
That's it. That's all there is. Hey, Friedlin, look! Food! All you have to do is hop over here and get it. Wow!
Lekker hoor.
My rabbit sheep has superpowers. But now the food is gone and Friedlin is still hungry.
Ja. Wat een eetbeest.
Ah, no wonder I didn't do it right. It says space-saving instant dry food.
Lekker.
Soak in water before feeding.
Jongen, jongen, jongen.
Crap.
Crap.
En nu? Empty dry food package.
Lekker hoor. Misschien kunnen we nu hem heel veel eten geven dat hij heel groot wordt. Of heel veel
Hey.
water geven.
Hoe? Ja, het zou kunnen, ja.
How about some water to wash the food down?
Lijkt me een heel goed idee.
That's what I thought.
Ik
Food
verheug
was
mij
pretty
nu al
dry,
op.
right?
Ja.
See how well I take care of you? Then maybe we could talk about my notebook. Oops.
Lekker hoor.
I'll read the instructions next time. Promise. Sorry.
Dan rollen we hem even opzij. Hup. Nou, kom maar op met het telefoonnummer.
Master Marcus, only in emergencies. 64179. This is definitely an emergency. I'm losing my students' respect before I even had it.
Dat is wel een noodgeval, ja.
Well, 6417 and 9. Hopefully this will work this time.
Yes? Hello?
Master Marcus!
Wilbur, what is it?
We hebben een probleem.
Ah, you have to help me, Master Marcus. The students, they're always asking me questions.
Of course, you're their teacher.
But I don't know the answers. I've only been a teacher for a few days and I'm all alone. And the school is eerie and there's no textbooks and no one wants to learn anything and...
Wilbur, no one expects you to be the perfect teacher right away. Wake your students' enthusiasm for magic. That would be a good start.
Oké.
How can I inspire my students? I don't know anything about the history of magic.
Obviously not, otherwise you would know that you'll never attract anyone with that subject.
But it's in the curriculum.
Oh, bugger the curriculum. Do what you're good at. Cast spells. Fill them with wonder. Make them want to be able to do the same.
But I don't know how.
Wilbur, you conjured a sheep out of a hat, and you didn't know how to do that either. Go out there and knock them dead. Let the magic do the work. You may not know what you're doing, but you're doing it.
Just do some magic.
Just do some magic.
Klinkt als een goed advies.
Your brother called me a natural talent. I am really quite good at magic, right?
You did some incredible things during your training.
I just wish I could control the magic better. Sometimes it just bubbles out of me, and other times, nothing.
I think that will come with time. And if not, you will have to rely on your ingenuity.
Apparently there was a powerful gnome mage a long time ago. Did he kill any dragons?
According to legend, the last of the great dragons, Gremma, was defeated by a gnome.
That's the one I mean. What was that gnome's name?
No one knows. He arrived at a time of great need and saved the people of the Southlands by accomplishing the impossible. Then he disappeared without a trace.
Wow. But one of my students asked me for his name.
Then he probably wanted to lead you up the garden path. Some students want to find your weaknesses and see how far they can go. Don't take any guff.
Why do I have to teach here all alone? Why aren't there any other teachers?
Many mages died during the war. There were only a few of us left. And most of those who survived are now
Dat is gelukkig
pursuing
niet hoe het
more
werkt, het onderwijs.
activities. Alchemy, ghost hunting, children's birthday parties.
But training new mages is important. If the rest are just out for the gold, then who will take care of the next generation?
Being a teacher is an important and honourable task, Wilbur, even when others fail to appreciate that.
If it's such an important task, why aren't you teaching at this school? You trained me. Why aren't you teaching at the school with me?
Politics. My brother is the Archmage, and he's in the middle of an election campaign. If he were to give his own brother a job, well, his opponents would just love that. But I'm not angry. I did my part. I trained mages when no one else would. And I found the most talented gnome mage the world has ever seen.
Thanks for your help, Master Marcus. I'll get through the lesson one way or
Nou,
another,
daar gaan
and
we.
I'll get back in touch, okay?
Ik ben benieuwd.
Sorry,
gaan
but no,
aanpakken.
Wilbur. You caught me packing. I'm off to spend 2 exciting weeks with a couple of friends.
What, you got on vacation?
Wat een man.
Maybe it's more than just a holiday. I sold the mage school, as you know. I want to start something new.
Je gaat
Finally do what I
emigreren.
really want to do. Role-playing games.
Role-playing games?
Live role-playing games.
Yeah.
They start in a few days. We leave the normal world of magic, monsters and dungeons behind and immerse ourselves in a fantasy world. I play a removals contractor who is caught in a traffic jam with his truck and must therefore spend a night in a motel. Can you imagine what adventures could be waiting there for me?
But I thought being a teacher was really important. And
That it is. Have fun.
Master Marcus.
Lekker hoor.
Hello.
Wat?
Nou, daar
Man.
zijn we niet heel veel mee opgeschoten.
Nee.
Maar we gaan toch weer een poging wagen om les te geven. Daar gaan we.
That's better.
So what about the magic runes?
No one knows the name of the gnome that defeated Grandma. Nice try. Feet off the desk, or I'll make it bite them off. Enough with history of magic. Let's cast some spells. Fairy games. Doesn't sound bad, right?
Lekker hoor.
Kleine gremlins.
Ja.
Possible!
Zijn ze wel leuk. Hebben een slurpje.
Not bad,
Yeah.
eh? Wow. That is magic. And here you can learn how to control it.
Ja, want dat kan hij ook heel goed.
That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll do
Oh, dit was de les.
something else.
Lekker hoor.
sorry, honey. Get rid of that, will you? I need a word with Mr. Weathervane. Mr. Weathervane, nice to finally meet you in person.
Is het koningin?
Geen idee.
And you are?
How very precious. I rather thought it'd be wise to watch out for you, Mr. Weathervane.
Why watch out for me?
You only play the innocent little country yokel. I always knew that. Your patron, Archmage Alistair, will not win the election against me.
Wat?
Did you know that we're only 3 points behind him in the latest polls?
No, I wasn't aware of that. How may I help you?
Help me? Ha! One of the Archmage's top men wants to help me. You know how the game is played, don't you, Weathervane?
What game?
Things are heating up. The House of Cards is starting to collapse.
Een bijzondere
I
vrouw.
know it, and Alistair knows it too. We both lie low, waiting for the other to make a mistake. And
goed
he
haar.
has made the
Ja.
first.
What mistake did the Archmage make?
He hired you. A gnome with a fake diploma issued by none other than the Archmage's brother Marcus.
I earned my diploma honestly. I have passed all 3 of the exams and...
Gnomes know nothing of magic. Everyone knows that. And you've never taught before.
But Archmage Alistair believes in me.
As the head mage, he appoints the professors. But I'm the merchant council leader and I assign the administrative posts. Headmaster Block will reveal your incompetence and the newspapers will report on the Archmage's dubious personnel policy before the election.
The new headmaster. Who is he?
Horatius Block. A good man. Very
Horatius
correct.
Block.
Very strict.
If he can help this school return to its former glory, I look forward to working with him.
Former glory? This old ruin, it was already run down back in my day. And wherever it was for the last 20 years, it definitely looks like they didn't have any cleaners.
My friend, Archmage Alistair, is better suited to bring the city and the country back into shape than anyone else.
Oh, you believe that? He is a great mage. Anyone who doubts that is mad. And he was a great leader during the war, most of the time. But what we need now is someone who understands the economy.
And that's you?
I am a rich and successful merchant. I have rich and successful friends. Who could be better suited to making others rich and successful?
Alistair would step down for you if he believed that.
You know what? I actually believe you're right. Strange, isn't it? How little he worries about defending his power.
You shouldn't have just shot my fairy.
Do not underestimate me, Mr. Weathervane. I am very well aware that those are not fairies. Cobolus Vergastus, flying kobolds. Don't
Flying
tell me
kobolds.
you conjured them up yourself.
Yes, I did.
Misschien.
All 5 of them.
Amazing! Powerful magic is needed to manifest living creatures. That is why most necromancers only reanimate skeletons. Dead matter can be much more easily controlled, as of course you know. Or should know.
So I guess it's all been said, hasn't it?
Indeed. You're on a
Zij
sinking
heeft weinig
ship
vertrouwen in
today,
ons.
but I could still be convinced to throw you a life preserver.
I trust the Archmage.
Then, Mr. Weathervane, you shall perish with him.
Fancy.
Here, elect Sybil Van Buren. She knows how to get it done.
Sybil.
Come along,
Van
honey,
Buren.
we're leaving.
There aren't any of these in my book of fairy tales, Mama.
I know, honey. Who wants to look at something that ugly?
Can you turn him into a unicorn, or the Cheshire Cat, or the Frog Prince?
Nou, daar staan we dan.
Lekker hoor.
Ik wil die appel.
Ja. Begrijpelijk.
Ja.
Teachers are traditionally paid in apples. I got this one myself
Wat?
because I didn't want to spend my first day
Oh, ja.
without an apple. I wanted to ask the Archmage whether good teachers can expect any other form of payment.
Het
than
zou wel een
apples.
probleem zijn als dat in het echt zou
And he
gebeuren.
showed me the beautiful contract with the seal and all that. It just didn't seem to be the right time to talk about gold.
Ik kan hem ook niet meenemen. Er ligt ook een boek.
This book looks very old and important. Half the class had runny noses. Most were recaptured. This is the roll book where the teacher writes down any unusual events. Plus 5 points for defeating a troll. Minus 50 for leaving your dorm at night. Maybe young Harry is right. That seems a little unbalanced.
Lekker hoor.
Whoa, school must have been more competitive back then. The book is too thick to read without looking for anything in particular.
Dus misschien hebben we later nog iets nodig.
Mogelijk.
Ooh, crazy drawings and symbols. That must be really high magic. Only the wisest mages can
High
understand
magic.
all that.
Wat is dit voor machine?
Unusual. This device looks more like ordinary engineering than it does magic. Most magical devices have lots of golden parts, elaborate decorations, and bells and whistles, just the way the mages like them. This one could easily come from a gnome workshop. What does it say? The apparatus that corrupted student Allardyce. A warning to those who do not want to accept the limits of magic. It seems a student by the name of Allardyce made this apparatus.
Misschien kunnen we dat opzoeken in het grote boek.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Compared to the things lying around back home in Gnome Hole, this apparatus doesn't look particularly dangerous. Maybe I can find something in the roll book about this Allardyce mentioned in the note on the apparatus.
Exact.
Here. Despite repeated warnings, young Allardyce continued his experiments on his fire maker. To my great regret, I must say that the device works. He demonstrated it to the staff. We had to have him committed to the asylum in Arkhamstone
Arkham
because
Asylum,
of his
heel goed.
delusions and
Batman.
insubordination. A wizard who invents a fire maker and then committed to an insane asylum by other wizards. I guess they didn't understand his new kind of magic back in their time, or they figured their monopoly was in danger. For a long time, wizards were the only ones allowed to make fire.
Oké.
A wand and a fire spell. That's all it takes to set everything here ablaze. All things considered, maybe it's not so bad that I don't know the fire spell.
Maar mijn wand heeft nu wel die spel geleerd.
Ik heb geen idee.
Ook niet.
I suspect that some sort of strange magical creatures were kept in the cages. Students, for example. The little fellas look like they've got nothing but mischief in mind. I hope they don't get into too much trouble.
Nou, dan hebben we hier nog een chemistry area.
The
Een
mixing
oven.
of potions is an important part of magic. It's a bit like cooking, except a stew doesn't kill you if you add the wrong ingredient. Or if it's stirred wrong. No? With a little luck, I can get through the day without causing an explosion. The last time a fire burned in this was before the school disappeared 20 years ago. And even if I could, I shouldn't start a fire in it anyway. The flue was broken, and the smoke would fill the entire classroom.
Oké. We kunnen de tafels van die leerlingen nog even inspecteren.
I don't know who that boy was. He was a right pain in the ass. However, he seemed to understand a great deal about magic, and if I managed to teach him some manners, he could be an excellent student. Generations of students have left their mark, especially in the form of little pictures and sayings carved into wood. Here's a particularly long one. For all drifters and troublemakers, condemned to write the same sentence on the board over and over again, no problem. Cast the automation spell on the piece of chalk and it does all the work for you. Bartholomew. Hey, that's cheating. Pretty clever though. The spell carved into wood down there, I'll just write it down.
Oké. Automation spel. Fairy spel. Handig.
Wel handig.
Chantal
ja.
forgot her book.
Chantal.
Seems to be a book of fairy tales, but one of the tackier kinds. My dad used to read me fairy tales when I was a kid. The bloodthirstiest, most cruel, creepy, proper fairy tales.
Ja, zo ging dat
Just leave
vroeger,
it
hè?
there. Chantal can take it tomorrow.
Oh, we kunnen hem niet meenemen.
This is the desk that Chantal, the daughter of the council leader, and little Timmy share. Hard to imagine two students being any more different. Chantal is only here because of its tradition in her family, and I don't think she really cares about magic or has any real talent for it. Timmy, though, well, he is eager to learn and was so excited the last few days. It's for students like him that we have to get this school back up and running. I don't think the Archmage even has brochures like these. No posters or town criers or plays. Either he lacks the gold or he doesn't want to conduct his election campaign in this manner.
Open de table flap.
A pencil case. A ruler. Nothing special. This is the desk that... Timmy...
Nee, is er niks anders? Wat is hier nog te doen? De planten?
Oh, most of the plants have dried up. No one looked after them. Only this plant must have found a water source somewhere. Perhaps one of the windows has a leak. It gives you hope to know that something beautiful and peaceful has survived in this gloomy building.
Hij eet ook die troll.
Dat klopt. Heb je goed gezien.
Maybe it was always a carnivorous plant. But then again, perhaps it adapted to its new environment to survive. Don't worry, little plant. From now on, I'll take care of you. You won't have to go hungry anymore.
Hoe gaan we dat doen dan?
Ugh, that's disgusting. Oh, that smells like rotten eggs. Oh, like Grandad whenever he's eating bean soup.
Lekker hoor.
En nu?
Geen idee.
Approach the plant. Kunnen we de plant betoveren? Nee.
I'm gonna hold my nose. That gas smells like, well, you know, gas. Luckily,
Look
that
at the
stinky
gas
cloud
cloud.
of gas is short-lived and quick.
Maar daar moeten we iets mee
Daar
doen,
we
denk
vast
ik.
iets mee doen.
Maar niet met de spullen die wij hebben, denk ik.
Nee, dat denk ik ook niet.
Goed, daar moeten we later wel iets mee doen, denk ik, inderdaad.
When the school disappeared 20 years ago, obviously no one looked after the animals. Expected consequences, really.
Take the fish skeleton.
I don't need the whole skeleton, but a
Yeah.
sharp-pointed bone like this might just prove useful.
Hebben we een bot. Dat is ook een schatkistje.
It appears they wanted to replicate the fish's natural habitat as exactly as possible, including miniature treasure chests, just like the ones frequently found in the
Cute
sea.
hoor.
Hey, some old coins.
Lekker
Maybe
geld.
one of my predecessors had a vicious fish guard his retirement fund.
Ploep.
Wat dan weer doen?
Weet niet. Even op schoolbord kijken wat er staat.
Introduction to magic, sheep breeding and care, statistics. That seems to be some kind of timetable.
Een
Well, as
rooster.
long as I'm the only teacher, most of these subjects won't get taught.
Die plant. De sharp fishbone. We hebben verder de brochures. De table. Die oven hadden we aangeklikt. Die was kapot. Dit is mijn inventory. Dat hoeven we niet te doen. Het rolboek en die kobold daarboven. Kunnen we daar wat mee?
The spell worked excellently. Well, you know, even if the fairies do look a bit strange.
Huh.
I think I've summoned enough of them for now, though.
Zo kunnen we er
Might
eventueel
work.
meer
You
van
can do magic. The automation spell.
summonen. We kunnen ook naar buiten.
Archmage, Remy,
Ah,
If it isn't our newest professor.
hier vliegt ook
How
zo'n
was your
beest.
first class, Wilbur?
Ja.
Great. I conjured up a few kobolds
Die
and the
rat is
students
hier ook.
loved it.
Ah, well done. That's the right thing to do. You've already pretty much won the battle, Wilbur. Once they want to learn, they will.
The council chairman was here. She picked up her daughter from my class.
Ah, terrible person. She has great influence, and she has friends in high places.
She could also use her influence to do good too. So why is she trying to bring you down?
She believes that that would be a good thing, Wilbur. Almost no one wants to do evil. There are just very different views on what is evil and what is good.
Gaat om politieke overtuiging.
What brings you to the school?
I wanted to pay Horatius Bloch, the new headmaster, a first visit and see how the school's doing.
That's very nice of you. But don't you have more important things to do?
Well, it's my old school. I once walked these halls as a child myself.
What the Archmage doesn't want to tell you is that something is wrong here. For a few days he has sensed the presence of something evil.
What do you mean you sense something evil?
Everything we do and think leaves a trace. You know how you sometimes shudder when you enter a place where great evil has been done? Dark magic leaves a particularly strong trace.
Ah, zoals die gaslucht.
Smell.
And it smells like dark magic around here?
I first felt it a few days ago. First in the lower town, then in the upper town. And now here at the school.
Where did it come from? I mean, do you know who's responsible?
I don't. The trace dissipates. There is too much wild magic in the air here at the school.
We must keep our eyes open at all times. Good detective work will serve us better in this case than some hocus pocus.
So what's he like, the new headmaster?
He's no mage, that's for certain.
He is an agent of the council leader.
First and foremost, he is a reliable official with principles, Remy. The council leader of the merchants did appoint him, and he may advocate her policies. Yet I do not believe he will conspire against us. He is stern, but upright.
Did you see the way he looked at me? Like I was vermin. No, I tell you. The council leader has hired him for one reason and one reason only. He is supposed to make life difficult for our Wilbur here.
Am I being set up to fail so they can put the blame on you, Archmage?
Zou toch wat
If
zijn,
that's
hè?
their plan, then they have already lost.
Ja.
How's the campaign coming along? I hope we're winning.
We're still in the lead.
But our margin is shrinking. Van Buren's bigwig cronies are throwing tons of gold into her election campaign.
How are things in the town? Have things calmed down?
Not really. The barricades are getting higher and the camp is getting larger.
People are getting impatient, and who could blame them? The war is over, yet everyone is doing
Oh, de
worse
oorlog
and
is wel
worse.
voorbij ondertussen.
But you're doing your
Ja, dat
best,
zei ze net ook
Archmage.
al.
Ja.
It takes time, Wilbur. The deeper the wounds, the longer they need to heal. And nothing causes deeper wounds than war.
We must deliver results. Most still trust Alistair, but the mood could swing. Then we would not only lose the election, we would have a riot on our hands.
I think I'll go
Kunnen
see
we
the
niet
headmaster.
gebruiken.
Goodbye, Archmage. Bye, Remy.
Goodbye, Wilbur. Don't let them intimidate you.
I'll do my best, and I won't give up.
I know.
You go on ahead, I'll be along in a minute.
Oké.
I want to talk to you in private, Wilbur.
Ah, er zijn problemen.
That bit about dark magic all over the city does not sound good.
It's not just that. I think the Archmage's life is in danger.
What?
There was an attack, or there may have been one. Alistair insists it was a coincidence. How often do heavy gargoyles just break up the mage's tower when he's standing below them? I have assigned as many rats as I can spare to guard him, but you must also keep your eyes open, Wilbur.
Me?
Not only is something going on in the city, something is happening in the school too. We need information. We need to find out who is behind all this.
I hear Alistair's finally appointed you head of the Secret Service. From King of Thieves to high public office, eh?
Absolutely. Made quite a stir. It is the first time a rat has ever officially held an official government position. More than a few are of the opinion that with so many humans out of work, rats should not receive any jobs at all.
But nobody knows the city like you rats do. You really helped me
waar?
out during my last adventure. You brought me potion ingredients and my fantastic magic wand.
And you saved Timmy and my entire clan from starvation. We'll never forget that, Wilbur Weathervane.
We zijn matties met de rat.
Timmy was a great help during my first lesson this morning.
Yes, he has done well. He absolutely wants to be a mage, just like his role model.
Just like the Archmage.
No, just like the hero of the Black Tower. For Timmy and many others, you are one of the heroes who ended the war.
Oh, me? Then it's best I talk to the headmaster and ask him what I should do for him.
Whatever it is, just do it and act inconspicuous. But keep your eyes open for anything
gaan wij zeker
unusual
doen.
while you do so. Well, things that look unusual even in an enchanted mage school.
Got it.
Why don't we meet down at the inn after work? Then we can exchange news.
Oh, I just hope Headmaster Block doesn't keep me busy all night.
Oh, you'll be fine. You defeated the Shadow Army, never forget that.
Nou, hij gaat er ook vandoor. Door het luikje.
Yeah, just... Back then I wasn't alone.
Dat is waar, toen waren onze vrienden.
Nou, wat hebben we hier allemaal nog voor dingen waar we naar kunnen kijken? Hier ligt een
What's
blaadje.
this?
Misschien nog een stuk van het boek.
A book page?
Ja.
Oh, more precisely, another folded
Lekker hoor.
sheet of paper upon which 4 pages have been printed. When I look at the page numbers on the first sheet and on this sheet, it seems there are at least 5 sheets missing.
Moeten wij gaan vinden natuurlijk.
Ja.
Look at the stairs, look at the boards, go to the classroom. Hier is een knight's armor, een staff room, er zijn hendels. Ik stel voor dat wij een checkpoint maken.
Ik heb een goed idee.
Dat wij onze les hebben afgerond en dan in de volgende
Ja.
video de school gaan verkennen.
Dat is goed.
Dus dan zou ik zeggen graag tot de volgende keer.
Joe.
Joejoe.